Hello and welcome to the second episode of Fathom. I'm Tara, your GM, and we are the Cobalt Cafe, a gaming role-playing Twitch stream. Yeah, we're Twitch. It's on Twitch. It's a thing. Sometimes on YouTube. But with us today, we have Ringy.
Hi there. I'm playing Gabriel Townsend, a sort of, we'll call him a scientist, but he's also mostly a bum.
And then we have Luke.
Who I play Maxine Lancaster, artist, photographer, possibly the person who's been pulling bits of bullet out of Ringy over there.
You have an official doctor now.
More time painting is more time relaxing.
And then we have Jared.
Hi, I'm Jared. I am playing Adrian van Kaap, a Dutch cartographer who is going to map things now that they've learned that people can breathe on the other side. Don't send your best in until you know they can come back.
We have Everoth.
Hello everyone, I am playing Jose Flores de Oro. Just there to learn the most about this wonderful new creation and world.
Aliens.
Aliens must be after it, yes. They must be the creators, so I need evidence.
And then we have James.
How's it going, guys? I'm James. I'm playing Colton Murphy, and Colton was hired on as a tactical consultant. Proved last session that he's at least handy at that.
And yeah, and last we left our characters, they had just gone through the Fathom and got in a fight with a bunch of, like, what they're calling elves, but looked like steampunk scary guys. And Ringy got shot in the neck. Passed out. James had a Rambo moment with his bar and just cutting dudes down. Ev played the hero and tried to save Ringy's character, and Luke's just hid.
Ran, screaming.
Did the
I don't
smart
recall
thing.
screaming.
Did the smart thing and got the heck out of Dodge.
Didn't want to be party to this into Fathom war crime.
Unfathomable war crimes.
Wah wah. But yeah,
That's
it
the
is.
title of my painting.
It is late. It's 2200 hours, and you were all like sleeping in your thing when we had the Jose, what are you doing in the library?
I was most likely researching about this fascinating new world.
And fell asleep.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna lay here.
And what is going on here? The stream is not picking up whatchamajiggets. The screen. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me now? Oh, you monster. Quick break! And then we'll be back because the stream's not picking up the stupid screen because it's a jerk.
We
Burb.
will be right back.
And we're back. Now you can see the stream. Hey! So you're all in your rooms and the alarm goes off. And a voice over the loudspeaker goes, "Incursion in portal room. Incursion in portal room."
Let's go back, stay in bed.
I am most certainly grabbing my gear and starting to run up to the portal room.
You do that!
Adrian will
Probably
grab
like-
his gun as well, but stay put.
I think I'm gonna hit myself with a few books as it wakes me up, and I would like to take a peek.
Well, you do that. Go ahead.
He's gonna sneak, look around, and sneak. Do I see anything?
No. Do you?
I think I see something by the portal, so I'm gonna keep my hand close to the gun.
You will hear a voice saying, something very, like, weird sounding voice. It goes,
Could I attempt to roll linguistics?
I mean, sure.
What are you seeking to get from that roll?
What he is saying.
That is not how it works.
Oh, how does it work?
Linguistics would give you, like, maybe a frame of reference for where to start deciphering language, but it's not like some magical thing that makes it so you just know.
You want to sit this person down for several hours and have them be a cooperative subject in helping you create a corpus of their language, and then try and figure out the grammar and everything else about it.
So I'll do whatever I am able. I'll gather whatever information I can get to start deciphering.
Team 1 to the portal room. Team 1 to the portal room.
Yeah, so as soon as I get to here, I'm gonna start, like, crouching and sneaking in myself.
Gabriel was just down the hall in the
Infirmary, yeah.
infirmary, so it was pretty quick for him to get here, but he does not have his gear. So he's just kind of peeking around the wall.
Yeah, there's something there. It's hard to make out, and the contrast between, the rooms. It is very bright from the Fathom. And dark in here.
Ringy, as you're standing here, you feel a tap of a pistol on your shoulder.
No, thank you. I'm just walking in.
Sure, nah, yes, sir.
Okay, so I see a lanky something.
Lanky something. Nah. Nah.
He doesn't look armed.
No, he does not look armed.
Does he look mechanical?
Yes, very.
Does he look like a Malp?
No. I'll just start talking to him in English. I assume that I can't understand what he's saying.
No idea.
Yeah. You know what I do have is gesture. So I can probably get broad concepts across just with,
There's a cultural penalty for that. cultural familiarity penalties apply.
But he can still go for it.
Yeah. What do you think? -4, -6?
-6 sounds about right.
Missed by 1. All right.
What were you gesturing though? What were you trying to get across?
Like introduction. Like, I'm Gabriel. You are.
Oh, so you did like the "I'm Gabriel" and you put like hands to your chest and like.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is like 100% the.
Oh,
the,
I wouldn't
the
even
trope
require.
introduction.
I wouldn't even require a gestures roll for that. That one is so,
Okay.
like.
Hands to your chest. Better hope he's not a gorilla. They don't like that.
No, they do not.
Me, Gabriel.
You, Jane.
Sandra, you sind not there.
What's happening in there now?
You hear a voice. Is he going to attack? It is West, the engineer.
I don't think so.
Is that a mechanical man?
Maybe. I'll do a around him real quick.
He'll kind of turn and look while you do it. But he's not moving.
And I sort of reach out and touch him. Is he warm or cold?
He'll, as you reach out, he'll kind of like look down at you and take a little bit of a step back. You saw.
Jose?
He's gonna kind of like show from behind, or do I not hear it?
You're right there. I mean, you're in the room. Ringy just yelled your name.
Yeah. You see, fascinating.
Oh, say that again. Your Wi-Fi freaked the heck out there.
Sorry, he just comes this way a little bit scared, a little curious, and looks at the creature saying, fascinating.
We're having a communications issue.
Let me see what I can do.
Unja.
Boop.
It's a language. You maybe get a sense of its origins, what it kind of sounds like, but that's the best you can do in a quick contest linguistics roll.
I definitely need time, but certainly. Is it friendly?
I mean, it doesn't appear to be unfriendly.
Ushar. He tries to reply, say the same thing.
Utara.
Fascinating. Follow me? And he's gonna like turn around. See if he follows.
I'll go ahead and follow too. Do you want me to try and get gesture to...
Yeah, try another gesture.
That's occultism. You know, these made way better sense in the order I was in when I was making this, and now I'm thinking I need to... Oh, come on, that's the same damn roll. It is almost the exact same roll. Okay, Yeah. So
Uzo.
do you want to go get a book?
Would be a good idea.
Oh, can he not get down the staircase? I don't think he can get down the staircase.
Like a cow. Cows can't walk downstairs. All right, I'm running to the library.
All right, he's getting deleted real quick. He goes down the stairs. Boop. There we go. Things you discover in this new format.
I take a picture of him walking down the stairs.
Proof that it happened. All right. I need to grab a likely book.
James, real quick before that happens. James, the soldiers at hand are with the big machine guns. Are look over to you and go, "Sir."
I'll just like hold my hand up. I've been like aiming at it this whole time, like kind of hiding from it. What's it doing?
It just kind of walked down and is looking around at the general room. West is definitely fascinated, but she doesn't want to get much closer. Gabriel, you said you were grabbing a book?
Yeah, I mean something written in English. I mean I doubt there's like a grammatical primer in the library, but
Beowulf.
oh. I don't know. Something fictional is probably best. A novel or something. Even a dictionary. I don't know. Just a likely book.
All right. Roll me a literature, please.
First time ever.
Anyway,
Right.
Been asked for a legit literature roll.
I don't think I actually even bothered taking it.
I think it's IQ minus 5 or 6. I'm trying to remember.
Default to writing it all.
I don't know. Let's pull that up. I have the book.
Unlike
I do not
I
have
just
the book
realized-
open.
I just realized I have writing and linguistics, but not literature.
Well,
No,
I mean,
IQ
literature
minus
is sort of
6.
the.
Ah!
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I have histories of cultures, but I don't think that counts.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm just looking up literature. Give me a second.
205.
You hand him some robot
Last
centric
thing on that page.
sci-fi where the robots uprise and kill all humans.
It wasn't a critical.
IQ minus 6.
Yeah, that's what Jared just said. I rolled it.
Sorry.
I got a 10, and my target was 8.
No,
All right, you grab a book. You both grab a book.
And I attempt to hand him a book.
Well, you got to go back in.
No.
I'm using kind of your guys' movement in the game world as helping to keep things a little bit more real time. All right, so Luke, you've been in here just assuming taking massive amounts of pictures.
A few. Before I stepped around that corner, though, I would have put my camera down. I probably ran out of film at about 28 pictures when I thought, don't want to risk snapping film. And walked slowly out towards it. I was just watching, enjoying. My heart's beating fast, and it makes me feel good.
Riga, you're not pointing a gun at Gabriel at him, right? That was just to indicate you're handing something, I assume?
Correct.
Okay. He'll look at it and go, "Oh, Jindruba!" and take it. Is off.
Okay.
In darling, Nistock.
It turns out he's a fan of E.B. White.
critical.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't know what to do with a critical linguistics check.
What were you trying to accomplish with your roll?
Yeah.
I'm trying to relate simple words like what is he calling a book? What is he calling a person? What is he calling a hello? what is he calling something, so I can relate it to the Incan culture, the Sumerian culture, to any culture that I'm aware of, so I can get a relationship. Like, this is related to this. This is an extension, a variation.
Okay, you're looking for some simple vocabulary by looking for repeated words and
Gotcha.
context.
Okay. This is the study of principles upon which languages are based. A successful skill roll lets you identify a language from a snatch of speech or writing. As well, make a skill roll once per month when learning a language without a teacher.
Yeah, the reason we hadn't been going by that definition is because that definition isn't really helpful here.
But okay, so yeah, you think you figure out the word for book?
I'll give him my book and see if he repeats it.
Oh,
to
Sunjuka.
confirm my Sunjuka. That must be book. This is fascinating. I can start with this. I give him the book and then run to the library.
Which book did? Oh wait, you grabbed a random English word. He'll actually
The
start.
Once and Future King by E.B. White.
So are you? So you're running off with a book?
Then I gave him the book that I carry.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you're
look on the
running
book.
back to get more
Yes,
books. Yeah, he's following you.
Okay. I'm
Sir, he says as looking over at you there, James.
For God's sake, nobody shoot it. And everybody. It's clearly not dangerous. Put your guns down. You stupid children.
I'll stick on it. You two, grab your weapons and follow me as well.
As I'm watching it, have I got this skill? Did I take this? Yeah. I'm just gonna roll against physiology human.
Gabriel,
Success
did you just
factor
step
3.
through the gate again?
Well, I'm standing near. It's still open, right?
Yeah. You can step through the gate again.
Yeah. I mean, that just it
It just feels right, you know.
it does feel right.
You always do this. You go to places I'm not quite ready. You might have to reset because we were having teleport problems earlier. Yeah, I can't teleport you.
That is totally fine.
Uh,
In fact, it's probably best especially if the soldiers just left to
Well, I
deal
mean,
with other people for a bit.
there was a bunch of soldiers like in
Okay.
that room.
yeah, but he looks and goes, Asunda, yes, gotten to fuck your son. And picks a book off the shelf and hands it to you, Ev.
Mm-hmm.
Where is? Oh, over there. You were camouflaged to me.
All right, don't move anywhere yet, Gabriel. Because I haven't put NPCs yet in there or anything. You definitely just went someplace weird. But yeah, so he's looking through the books and hands you one. It is one of the ancient texts.
Ooh.
He seems to have taken quite the liking to you, Mr. Oro.
It's incredibly smart. I believe it's trying to communicate with us. And he's gonna like hold the book and read about it to see what this book is about.
You don't know. It's one of the ones. It's one of the old ones that was here when you guys.
It's written in an ancient dead language.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have to study this for sure. Would you make sure nobody kills our guest? While I do this, I really don't think it would be a good idea if some harm may happen to it. You
I
saw
wanna
what
try
happened
and-
last time.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick aside. Ringing. You step out of the portal.
Zoop. Okay, can I breathe?
Yes, you can breathe. Although it is very smoky in here.
All right, so I'm looking around. I see I'm in a giant cavern, it looks like.
Yes.
And the NPCs all look mechanical. The little sphere things are like dogs, or dog-sized. Ah! Ah!
Yatala!
Okay. I'll just wave to one of the ones that looks like the thing that came through.
It'll walk over to you and
Oh,
Usunda.
I know the word for book.
You do.
I will say the word for book.
Looks over at you and then kind of points to the Fathom.
Oh, okay. Does he do anything if I start moving towards the building?
Asunda Yaklasdo.
Does the tone of voice sound as alarming as you just made it sound?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll come back.
All right. In the meantime, Colton, and the soldier yells, "Sir, he just stepped through the Fathom."
I will point at the two soldiers and just be like, alright, try not to shoot it. I'll be back.
I want to reach out and like hold his hand. If he'll let me.
You reach out and he'll look down and then look up and then grab your hand.
Yeah, I just feeling his fingers.
It is.
Looking up into his
They're quite
eyes.
warm.
What's your name? Seems quite friendly. Hopefully, we'll manage to not kill this one.
Jared, did you never did anything? You were the team 1 was called the gate room. Did you not go through or anything?
Yeah, my character isn't. Nothing's happened with him. He showed up and you didn't explain anything. So
Oh, I'm
he
so
doesn't
sorry.
know about team.
Okay, so yeah, you showed up yesterday, and then eventually you would have been called to the portal room. I'm sorry.
Has he met the other people at all?
Not really.
What does he know about anything?
All right, let's do a little bit of retconning because I'm an idiot and just totally spaced all this. You guys had you met today. What would you have introduced? You'd gotten to know each other a little bit. What would you guys have said during the day?
I'll be painting in my room if you need me.
Like, how did the introduction happen? Was there some sort of an official meeting, or was it just here, talk to the people in these rooms near you?
Okay, so what would have happened is you would have been briefed on the situation at hand when you arrive on the plane by a Captain. What was it? Godwin, I think. Let me double check. I have it written down. Godwin. And he would have told you about, that apparently this is a portal to like another world, or one of them thinks it's another dimension or time or some sciencey nonsense. And they definitely needed someone to be able to, make maps and stuff on the other side. He would have told you about the teams. We have like photographer and adventurer. We have some military types. We have some linguistics and all that, and given you a basic dossier of the team so far, and have let you know that you would be joining them on the next mission.
I'd have probably invited you to my hut for a drink. Upon
But
meeting
how
you.
was he introduced to the team?
At dinner, you would have. They were eating dinner when you arrived, and they would have brought you, introduced you while you were, sitting and eating. While they were sitting and eating.
Oh.
Okay.
Then in that case, I sit down, grab a plate. Food's not that great, but
I think I've probably been eating in the infirmary, so I will have to introduce myself later.
It is probably better than what we had in the war.
yeah. Food was pretty shit in the war.
Another soldier, how surprising.
Where'd you fight?
I did not really fight. We stayed out of it.
Ah,
The Netherlands is neutral.
well, that must be nice.
Dutchman.
Yes, and
Maxine
my
Lancaster.
father really hates you people. Englishmen.
Yes. I can imagine.
It's not like it's not well deserved.
I just take a elegant sip of whatever I've got. Water.
What the heck just happened?
So you have been through once already?
Yeah, we went to some crazy alien world. There was spaceships, elves. We went over there, met a bunch of them, killed them.
These gentlemen have already murdered several people.
Well, they did shoot at us first. I think Blood states that is fine.
No,
Oh.
let's be fair. I took the first shot, but we all saw where it was going. Like I took the tactical advantage.
I still say that this project was a little bit too rushed. They just militarized, patented, and they will be selling it before we know it.
Well,
So it is shoot first, ask questions later here?
He's American.
no, we went for the asking questions. We the guy who shot. We let him do a lot of talking. It just I saw where it was going. I've been in that situation a few times.
So you thought, let's just murder them instead.
They were talking about coming over here and enslaving and shit, and I'm not down with that.
Well, no, who would be?
My great grandpappy fought the wrong war for the wrong reasons. I ain't making that mistake.
You talked to them.
Yeah, he shook our hands, and suddenly we could understand their languages.
I was not party to this mass hallucination that the others suffered from. Some kind of hysteria, I think. Somehow shared. I couldn't really hear what they were talking about. I was taking pictures from a safe distance and trying not to interfere with this brand new society we've discovered.
I think they're pretty hostile.
I think they have every right to be after the introduction you gave them.
We tried playing nice, and they kept talking about not being nice.
According to the shared hysteria that you and the gentleman in the infirmary suffered.
You know what? I will kick the shit out of another English queen.
What?
It was actually King and
King George.
the
Yeah, I
U.S.
guess
War
it
of
was.
Independence.
George too.
I was trying to go for calling you a prissy queen.
Are you threatening to harm me? Is that how you deal with everyone you disagree with? Just simply threaten them with violence? You kill them if they disagree with you?
I mean, it's worked for me so far.
Good grief. Well, this is a perfect introduction, I dare say. Adrian, was it?
Yes, Adrian. I think that we will see more tomorrow. Who was right in this? It was scheduled for tomorrow, right?
I believe so.
Something like that.
There are some marvelous photographs I've taken, and I'm working on an oil rendering. Should make a painting rule.
I think I might retire to my room. It has been a long day.
Yeah, how about that landing?
It was rather bumpy.
Did the pilot perhaps suggest that you were about to die moments before landing?
She did.
It was better than almost a full day of motorcycle through Germany, though.
Glance at his crotch.
There's a table on the way.
Damn. I glanced at the table. Didn't you say you were just leaving? Thinking to myself, I want to watch that.
Is the tone the way you said it, though?
No.
How was the tone, though?
The sentence was different. The sentence would have been, well, the accommodations here are rather splendid.
I think I will retire then.
Cool. All right.
I'd like to paint. Present company has grown violent once again.
Well,
Deadeye.
welcome to the team.
So should I then catch up to this
Yes.
other stuff now?
You just got woken up again. I'll just say I was, you were dead asleep because of the long day, and then the second call got you awake.
32 hours later.
Oh, so when I'm going into the goat hole, to get to Gabriel, do I like intersect with
Yeah, I'd say
sorry,
so.
what was your name again? Jared, what was your name again?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Did you want to go
Yeah,
through?
I don't know the in-character way to get there.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Oh.
Which room do you want to be in? I'll teleport you for now. I'll just warp you.
All I know is that there's a large room and there's also a library somewhere.
So I was coming from the library, which is on the other side from the entrance. It's entirely possible that, like, as I was sauntering down the hall to go back into the hole to collect our guy again, like, we could have bumped into each other.
Is this the way I would have come if I'd come from the entrance?
Yes.
Okay, then here's good.
All right, James, do you want to get brought back to the entrance too?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Adrian.
What is happening?
Oh, some robot came through the thing. Jose's trying to talk to him. I got a couple guards on him, but...
Was
A what?
By the way, was robot? I don't think robot was termed yet.
Oh.
I thought they were from just before this, but I don't know how many Russian novels you read.
Mechanical Man.
1923, from English translation of 1920 play RUR by a Czech guy.
Bang.
Probably not super common yet.
Yeah. Then in that case, some, like, mechanical man thing came through the portal, and Jose's in the library trying to communicate with it, but Gabriel just went through the damn thing, so I'm gonna go get him. You all come along?
I think it might be safer to remain in here.
Well, yeah, probably.
Good luck.
Alright.
All right, now I'll warp James to the. Let's see if I can time this. Boo! Yeah, timing. All right, so we will do on the other side of the portal for a couple minutes, and then we will do on back in the castle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I see, is there any noise when people come through?
Not really.
Okay. So when I see James, I'm sorry,
Colton.
Colton. I'll get it eventually. When I see Colton come through, I'll kind of move over to him, and they're not unfriendly, but they definitely aren't keen on us being here.
Yeah, and do you, like, have some kind of death wish?
I mean, they're not shooting at us.
Well, yeah, but, like, eventually you're gonna walk in totally unarmed and alone to someone who is.
He seemed perfectly nice when he came through. I took the gamble that they would be nice when I went through the other side.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, at least, like, bring a gun and me.
One of the little ones. Damn it, we lost the stream again. Quick break! OBS is being a jerk, so hopefully we don't have to do that again. But whatever. This will be a multi-part stream today. I can always edit it together later. Whatever. So, we're back. You guys had just finished speaking to each other, and this lady-looking automaton approaches and just, like, is watching you two talk, staring intently at you, moving her head back and forth as you speak.
So, like, what is this place?
Well, I've been here a grand total of 5 minutes longer than you, but from what I can see, it's some sort of underground cavern. You know, there's clockwork on the sides of the buildings for whatever reason. There's a great deal of pollution or particulate matter in the air, and that's about all I got. And sort of like talking about her as if she's not there, I'll kind of like walk around her and like I'm not certain if this is an entirely mechanical being or if there's some sort of, you know, organic component inside of a metal shell.
As you walk around her, she'll be watching you the entire time. Like her head turns with you.
I'll kind of
Does she
wave
turn
my
her body
hand back
too,
and
or
forth.
is she creepy like
She does that thing where she, follows with her upper chest until he gets behind her, and then moves around and like her
Exchange facing maneuver.
yeah. But you were saying something there, Gabriel?
Oh, just I don't know whether they're an artificial or mechanical life form, or if there's a some sort of an organic component inside. I would love an opportunity to be able to crack one open.
I mean,
I'll put my hand over the receiver of Colton's gun. I mean, hypothetically.
Little one walks over to you and goes, "Esalak."
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't speak your language. I appreciate how friendly you're being, considering that we just kind of showed up in the middle of your little town here, but I really wish I could communicate with you.
Indulgency.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, well, you know what I'm going to do? Is there any, I don't know, insignia or symbols or writing of any kind that I can see?
Give me a perception vision, please. Minus 3 because of it doesn't show in the stream, but it is smoky and blech in here.
Spot on.
Spot on. You will notice above some of the doorways and stuff, yes, there is indeed writing.
I'm gonna just go, sketch them down real quick.
Alright, give me a drawing check.
By, what, 3?
Alright, drawing success. Yeah, you copy them down.
And then, I'm gonna draw real quick, like a super quick sketch of the solar system, and I don't know, like a hydrogen atom or something.
Okay.
And you know what? Pi.
Like the symbol or the number?
The symbol. Oh, shit, yeah.
Like
How do I represent pi graphically?
Draw.
Wait, what number? Oh, you said pi. I heard high.
So, like,
draw a circle
yeah.
and then try and represent the difference between the ratio of pi to the circumference with something else. I don't know.
Maybe two circles inside of each other that share the same center point.
Give
And
me
Theoretical
Mathematics.
mathematics or cryptology, maybe? No. Wait, yeah. No, mathematics.
Applied mathematics?
Give me applied mathematics.
Oh.
Yes, no, you do not. You're drawing circles and lines, and then you write down the Greek symbol for pi, and she's watching you rather intently. But after you finish, looks up at you.
Yeah. I'll hand it to her like it's some priceless treasure.
Okay, in the meantime, in the other room, we will jump back to the...
I'm actually done unless Kyle got any... Or, I'm sorry, Colton's got anything.
No, I was just here for you.
Oh.
That's super cute.
Oh, so you guys gonna step right back through then? It seems like.
Yes.
Right. Sounds like.
All right. There is gonna, so don't start moving right away because there has been some time, and I want to give the other guys a chance too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is this thing pretty dirty?
Yes, sooty.
I just want to start. Like, I'll pull my handkerchief out and spit on it, and start polishing, probably around those glowing bulbs on its face first, if it'll allow me to.
Kirk?
It'll like kind of lean down and futz with your face also,
Oh,
smearing like stuff all over it.
I don't mind so much. I don't think. Double check to make sure. Yeah, no, I don't care at all. He is friendly. Oh, no,
Your character really is Jane from Tarzan.
So, what was your character's name? And Jose, that book he handed you after he kind of looks up while there's this like grooming thing going on, and will look, point at the book, tap on it, and go,
Okay, I'm just gonna grab the book and fake. I understood that. Well, try to figure out what it is. Here we go. Not sure if that helps.
Not particularly in this instance. Give me gestures minus, because it's gestures to comprehend it too, right?
Don't have gestures. What's the default? -5?
If you're also paying the cultural familiarity penalty,
yeah,
you're not gonna get.
It would be IQ minus. I think it would be 12.
Don't think I make it. I need a 3 out of 3. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
close though.
So close. That's a real good roll. Is there a couple of soldiers stood in this room?
Yeah, oh, yeah, there are, but I did not add them. Give me a second. I will add them.
You don't need to.
I want to. I have them. I built them. I spent all week working on this.
Hey, soldiers. Oh, I just want to try something real quick and look at one of them.
Look like a specific anime girl. The soldiers in the other games, the stand-in is that one anime face.
I see. But I just want to say to one of them, fetch me a bowl of some hot water and a sponge, please.
Kind
I
of.
don't feel like I'm in charge of these guys particularly, so I'm also going to roll fast talk.
Yes, please.
And I failed.
They're gonna say, "Sorry, ma'am. No, ma'am."
Ugh. Very well, when you're filthy, I shan't offer to clean you up. That's right.
What is this?
Came through the Fathom. Good evening, Adrian. He's rather friendly if you want to come and say hello. Pull out my compact mirror and look at my face. And then kind of go like, oh dear.
Usalta.
Don't worry, he's rather tame. Mr.
Just
Oro.
not human.
And yet he shares a remarkable similarity, don't you think?
No, I do not think.
Gonna look at you and then kind of... Oh, will you let it approach? Because it's definitely approaching.
How quickly?
About this quickly.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, that doesn't work on my screen. This quickly, as in
He walks...
my next frame, it's next to me.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like a pace. Like just a standard... The cake takes a couple seconds. Doesn't like rush at you or anything, but definitely...
It came through the portal?
Yes, sir, says one of the soldiers.
Did anyone actually see it come through? Because I didn't.
Yeah.
It was just in the room.
Yes, ma'am, Lebowitz did.
Level.
If he says so.
It was closed, and then all of a sudden, just whoosh, thing popped open, and this thing went walking through.
Oh, I see. It wasn't even on.
No, ma'am. Ever since we got word that this would have been average, standard news to you guys. I forgot to mention this. That it was ever since you guys had a firefight, and they said if you didn't shut that thing off, they would come through and murder you all. You turned it off.
Nice to know that they listen to us.
It said something earlier. Can it speak?
Walks over to the bookshelf and actually just starts pulls a book off and starts paging through it.
Not only can it speak, but I believe it can read.
It can speak. We just don't understand it. I'm working on it. Just trying to figure it out.
At about this point, you two step through the portal. Gabriel and Colton.
Oh, hey, how's your neck doing?
It's not bad.
Yeah?
It hurts, singed. But
Yeah, well, you did take that alien blast thing to the neck.
oh yeah, we should really look into that weapon. We ended up with a few of them.
Yeah, I kind of threw everything through the hole.
Yeah, it's been
Wait, what?
On the other side.
No.
West and Munchie have been working on it. Have been
Excellent.
working on them.
Is it trying to read, or is it just copying you?
And then it takes the book it's currently holding, and puts it under its arm, and then it starts moving to another shelf.
Well, it seems to know what it wants to do.
And grabs another book off of it.
What's he reading anyway?
What is he reading?
Take a vision check. Actually, it's not that hard to see. It's one of the tomes that is not that has not been able. You guys haven't been able to translate yet.
Could you go into a bit more context?
Yeah, it's one of the books that you found here that was written in Cuneiform A.
You mean linear A?
That's what I meant. Yes.
Okay.
The ancient Minoan
So
language.
we found books here written in linear A.
Yep.
I'm gonna hand the sketches of the writing I copied from above the doors to Jose and just let him know that these are from the other or the planet he came from, if it helps at all.
Give me a. This would be linguistics, I think. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, linguistics.
How alien do they look?
Give me linguistics. Oh, and
9
you
out of 18.
9 out of 18. Yeah, that's linear A.
More of this fascinating language. It has to be alien now. You just went out there and grabbed these? Fascinating.
I'm sketching like medical style drawings of this guy's joints and stuff. Labeling them with human things.
I'm trying to find a match for those the ones that you brought me into the books that he's grabbing.
He just walks off to another shelf.
He walked through a shelf.
Yeah, he did.
Can I roll against linguistics to see if I could make a connection to linear B? And see if there's any stuff about linear B here?
That would be a heck of a research check, but go ahead.
Like just trying to make a connection between linear A and B.
Linear A and B, the Minoan language are so different that all
The script is linear B is descended from linear A, the script.
Yes, it has, but
That's all I'm trying to make the connection because I know a lot more about linguistics than my character.
yeah, yeah. Although there is there's actually Ev. Also, I forgot to mention there's a symbol on that drawing that is not that Ringy produced or Gabriel produced for you. That is not linear A or B.
Which one?
That's one of them.
Jose is gonna look at it, make sure that what you said it was right, and then look at the group, turning, saying, I think I found something interesting. This symbol is not linear. It must be something else.
They
Alien
might have
page?
changed it over the years. Do you have anything in here in linear B, Jose?
Let me see what I can find.
So he starts walking. He grabs a couple more books off the shelf, walks to the entrance of the library, and looks at you all as he's walking the entrance. He goes, "Sure, but short," and starts walking out.
I
With
think he's done shopping.
with books under arm.
Hold
Wait,
on.
wait.
I've not finished drawing you, and you still need a good bath. I'm gonna try and run in front of him and put my hands up.
Oh, okay. Stop.
I think he's trying to fuck off with our books.
What do you care? You can't
Must
read.
be as interested of knowing about us as we are about it.
Jose, Jose, find something in linear B. Hurry.
Let me see.
Give me an IQ check to remember where one of those was.
Do you have a handkerchief, Adrian? Mine's filthy, as you can see.
Not on me, no.
I'm
Do
gonna
it?
take my shirt off.
Jeez, what?
I am
Yeah.
also telling two guards to follow this thing
Oh,
with
I
me.
have a follow command just for that. I forgot I programmed that in. Ha ha ha! Follow. Sorry, I'm excited for actually getting this thing finally in.
That's the thing where we chained together all those Pokemon, right?
Yes, it is.
Soldier just appeared for me, and I'm like, ah!
Did
But no,
you really
I
take your shirt
my
off?
Shirt off. Yeah, and I'm gonna start getting him a wipe down with that.
It's,
He's probably wearing a really massive 1930s
these
bra.
yeah.
Yeah, it goes from below my belly button to above my neck somehow.
No, it's just one of the torpedo bras. But
And because it's women's underwear, it provides 10 DR to the whole body. Only while it is the only thing equipped.
it's gonna like as you're wiping it down, it's gonna go.
Yes, that's right. He likes being cleaned. No one's cleaned him in years.
Fuck are you doing?
I'm cleaning the poor boy. Been lost
with
on the other side of. Wait, what did you see on the other side of there?
Oh, wait. Just about this linear A, linear B stuff, I just noticed that linear B was deciphered in the 50s.
Yeah, but linear A was never deciphered.
Yeah, but
Linear
we're
B
also
is not
talking about linear
deciphered.
B.
Yeah, and you
And
never.
it hasn't been deciphered yet.
Yes, it has not.
So the whole linear B stuff is
you're
irrelevant.
right. That's irrelevant. Time stuff. Yeah, it's all the one linear language. It's that ancient Minoan language.
Anachronistic.
Anachronism. Sorry, that's gonna happen. But
Yeah, so the other side was kind of a murky cave with some buildings and some clockwork and a lot of exhaust and a whole bunch more metallic guys like him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Although the female did have breasts.
They have genders.
Well, or at
I
least
mean-
they represent genders.
Yeah. And they had little dog ones too.
Were they all as filthy as this one?
yes,
Yeah, it was probably due to the massive, thick smog they live in.
Oh, those poor babies. We're going to need solvents to get some of this grime out.
I don't think it cares.
Some of
The
it's going-
writing you saw? Was it carved or written?
Tara?
it was carved into the stone above the door.
There you go. It was carved. How old did it look, actually? Like, were the edges worn, or was it in sharp relief?
Mm, kind of in between. Like it's not like ancient, but it's definitely probably been like a while. You'd have to get a closer look because it was foggy in there.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, carved into the stone above each doorway. I imagine that they were, labels for the buildings or something, but hopefully Jose will be able to figure that out a little bit more.
You'll say, are
what
there
do I-
duplicates of the books?
What do I find out with that roll?
If there's what?
No, I figured you'd work on that for a little while.
Yeah,
Oh,
this isn't something you'd be able to do instantaneously. It's gonna as you're cleaning it there, Luke. By the way, it's gonna like put its hand out on your head and go Usunda instant and then start walking again. Or
No, oh my. He's quick.
or that was more of a jog.
You'll say, are there duplicates of the books?
We have no idea. There's no catalog, really.
Well, I did make an intelligence check. I'm not sure if it was for that.
No, that was for the thing that we determined was anachronistic.
Would I need to roll anything to know if there's duplicate?
So he just kind of
Yeah.
blows past you guys.
I am actually going to blow past him.
Should we close the gate?
Yeah,
I mean,
close
he's
it!
been friendly. It's just a couple of books. And this is me saying that.
Yeah, but
Uh,
we have a limited supply of knowledge.
so we've tried to close it, but we can't seem to.
I'll go through with him.
Oh, well,
Looks like he just ran in.
James is stopping him at the top. He's kind of waiting down there at the bottom. He goes,
I'm gonna like open my hands like a book, and I'm gonna say, "You can't take the book."
Jester minus.
No.
Do you have gestures?
I do not.
Then that'd be gestures and minus, I think it was 12. Or
IQ minus.
I'm
12.
IQ minus 12.
Warning: final target is less than 3. Roll is not possible.
Error.
But
Right.
Gabriel, did you just
Target
boop
yes.
through that portal?
No, I was gonna go through with the thing. If he gets past.
The stairs.
Yeah, I'm really not worried about a couple of books. We have a whole library. What are the chances that we're gonna need the 2 or 3 specific books that he's holding?
I just don't want my friend to leave. It's been nicer to me than any of you.
I'll get his phone number.
And he points to the Fathom.
Well, mostly I just don't want them getting the idea that they can just continue to do this. This is a potential problem that we need to nip in the bud now.
And why? He's been perfectly civil.
Perfectly civil, and came in here and just started taking our stuff and leaving.
We
do not wanna set
handed
this
him books.
precedent.
Yes, if you recall, we gave him the books.
Gave him one, and then he just started taking more.
Is Jose still in the library?
He came back after figuring if there were or no books and give them to you, if there were any.
Okay. Adrian's running back to the library. Keep him there 1 minute. He's gonna just grab a couple of random English. Would he grab English books?
I don't know.
Maybe just any that's in a known language.
And Adrian, with how slow your computer is, you don't actually have to go to the library.
Nice to tell me once I'm there.
Yeah, right. I can boop you back to the room if you'd like.
I'm already in again. But yeah, very quick glance, what sorts of books are there?
There's an entire wall of reference material that the librarian had brought in. The books in the center of the room were there when they found this place. And the books on the outer edge they brought in and are in all different languages and are mostly reference books.
What sort of reference?
Archaeological, linguistics kind of stuff.
Okay, he'll grab one random English book, one random German book, and one random Dutch book, because those are the ones that he can understand the titles of.
Okay. And you're gonna hand it to the automaton? Alright. He'll look down, take it, and go, "Zlop."
I'll try and take the other books off him as those are being handed.
The ones that he grabbed him off the shelf himself.
Yeah.
He'll get a little defensive and like jerk his arm back a little bit and goes,
I'll take my hands back. I'll be like, oh no, it's okay, don't worry. You can keep your books.
If we give him these books, perhaps he will learn our language.
He does seem very smart. Aren't you? Yes, you're a clever boy.
Kind of looks down at you all and then... Actually, roll me body language.
Does I even have that? I'm guessing it's section
Jose,
minor.
it actually looks like it, something, it like kind of like lifts its head up and kind of does like a eureka kind of moment. And you, and earlier, Gabriel, you showed it your sketchbook, or showed your sketchbook, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna point at you and go, "No, Mr. Talk,
Sure.
Kind of points
I'll-
at you again, and then like taps on his chest a little bit, and then points to your sketchbook.
Yeah, I'll hand him a sketchbook and the.
But you
That's
don't
all.
get this. Only Jose understands this.
Right? Gabriel rolled a
I'll
body language.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's gonna grab it and then flip to like a blank page, and then just put a series of markers down on it. Like
Wingdings.
no, like actually like writes in 7 distinct rows a series of or is it 7 or 8? I think it's 8. But it writes down a bunch of like tick marks on just on the page.
So like, if I read left to right, it'd be like 7 numbers. Assuming each tick mark equaled 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the Sumerian one?
I think
Oh,
they're just tallies.
Oh.
Is it
Um,
Or
tallies or is
the
it
chicken
numbers?
scratch
Oh, yeah.
looking one.
I'm going to turn to the next page, point at the ground, and hand it back to him.
Kind
Or
of.
let me just roll gesture.
Yeah, roll gesture
Or-
straight up. We'll just roll straight up. I just want to see. I'll do the minus in my head.
Yeah. Body language.
Let me
Yeah,
see you roll first, and then you can have plot modifiers.
there it is. So basically, I'm like, okay, where are we? Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of looks.
I didn't even get that.
No, I got it as a GM, but he kind of looks and then kind of does it, quirks his head a little bit, and then
Drops the book on the floor.
and then
That's what I'd do.
takes the book and then sets it very politely on the ground, and then pats you on the head, and then we'll start trying to walk up the stairs if you don't stop him there.
He did
I'm
not
good.
take
Let him
my
go.
notes,
Let him
right?
go.
I have my notes, the ones that he gave me with what he wrote, right?
It's on the book on the ground.
Okay. I'll tell them. I think we have what we need here, and I'll just pick it up from the ground.
Yeah, I think we're good.
James, are you letting him through past?
Skeptically.
All right, he'll walk past, and since for some reason these guys NPCs can't walk up the stairs, I'm just gonna delete them. So
I'm not trying to go through with him.
okay,
I'm gonna sniff.
It leaves this reality with a taste of purple.
all right.
Oh.
As a couple like a minute after, or like a few seconds after he walks through, it doesn't happen in thing because I haven't made an off switch for this yet, but that thing closes.
I'm gonna walk up to the like empty edge. Oh, I can't get. Oh no, there we go. And just like sniff.
And accidentally step one step too far.
But yes,
Yeah, let me take a step real quick. Ah,
sorry,
lightning.
I was changing the time. An hour has gone by, so I made it an hour later.
You said it was caves on the other side, but didn't you say it was forest the first time?
Yeah, it's obviously a different location.
Obviously. I kind of like
Yes,
roll my eyes and
I
shrug.
understood that.
I like these better than the last one, so they seem like friendlier aliens.
Let's hope.
What did he write? Says West. Actually, kind of.
He's gonna show everyone, and with a big smile, he's gonna say, "I believe, this is the key to knowing their language. It should be it should be the key to decipher the lineage
it's-
A.
I think it's their phone number.
Oh, maybe it is his phone number.
I think it's his phone number.
Let me see.
I'll count it up and and turn it into 7 numbers.
Why do you want 7 numbers?
So
Well,
you're
there's 7 rows.
counting the tally marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 7 distinct rows, and you add them up, and there's like, you know, it's I don't have the exact numbers, but it's like, you know, 10, 15, 8, 36, or not 36, but yeah.
Lost.
But what do you start the numbers to find them again?
Maybe
I'll tear off that sheet and hand it to West.
She looks and goes, "This is. Oh, yes, their phone number." And she looks and gets excited and goes,
Phone numbers?
The pulses, the pulses. We activate
How we
the Fathom. We send pulses at it, and it creates and it opens it.
So, in one of these books, maybe there's like a list of other pulse combinations.
A phone book! Brilliant! You're a genius!
Remember, 1930s.
Yeah. I don't think we
Oh.
had phone books, but
Not yet?
some
You
kind
called an operator, and the
Yeah.
operator connected you to a
An
person.
operator book, then. That's
So like an
fascinating.
exchange list, I think, is what it would be.
And here has got professional skill telephone network operator.
West immediately runs over to her devices and starts fiddling with them.
I'm going to the library to look for the exchange list.
All right,
Um,
research check. And
Yeah, I imagine this will take a little while.
yeah.
I got your research.
I'm
Wow.
going to go get cleaned up. I'm going to go take a steamy shower.
There
Oh,
are no
my
showers
God.
here. You guys have been doing sponge baths.
Oh my god, I'm going to go take a tepid sponge bath then.
There's warm water. It's been you guys have in your rooms. There's like you can grab a tub, and you know, like a little basin, and the water gets pretty hot. The Duke has installed some pretty gnarly water.
Okay, steamy it shall be.
But that's in your room then.
Yeah. I'm on my way. I've left these fools goodbye.
Yeah,
Out
so
of scene.
Tara, I'm pretty much just gonna like prop up in this room when she starts fiddling with stuff and take a huge bite out of a tobacco leaf and
Yeah, I think
grab
like,
my flask and pretty much just sit and watch.
so you're just sitting in here. It is 2300.
Yeah,
I've been
but while the
lying in
scientist
bed.
is fiddling, I'm gonna observe and keep an eye out.
You guys did get you did get at least like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Like, for the most part, when the sun sets here, you guys usually probably
no,
go to.
that is not the way back to the camp.
Did you just fall?
There's no railing.
There is no railing.
There's no OSHA in Liechtenstein.
I will send you to your room, Jared.
Fine.
Go to your room. Or come to mine. Maybe try and peer through the steamed up window. Have you got any kind of terrible disadvantage that would make you do that?
All right.
No.
So did you give me a research check? All right. So you're doing that for a while because researching takes a while. Gabriel, or not Gabriel? Jose, what are you doing? Helping?
Yeah, he also
yeah,
rolled
I'm
research.
researching with it. If not on my own side, just doing my part so that we can work together.
Okay, so you both
fine.
are doing researching. All right, and then okay, so Colton, like a couple hours later, all of a sudden the Fathom pops back open, and she goes, "Ha! Ha! I did it! I did it!"
What'd you do?
I opened it to
All right. Well, somebody's got to make sure that you did it correct.
Oh, did you just jump through? Okay.
And then I wave, like, hi.
They're
And
not
then walk back through.
They're not standing right there, but yeah, someone looks over at you and goes, "Xantha," and you know you.
Yeah, just like wave, and then take a step back.
Okay.
Yep, that's their phone number. Or that's them. That's their address.
Their address?
Really? She gets really excited and goes, "Oh my, this opens up so many possibilities that we figured that there... I didn't realize that there was more. This is... The crystals aren't..." She just starts rambling about crystals and pulse frequencies and this and that.
Okay,
That's great.
Gwyneth.
Maybe you should shut it off now.
Oh, yes, right away. And she'll run over and reset it. And turns off.
Yeah, there's a big red button that turns it off extremely quickly.
Yeah, pretty much.
But maybe
Great.
that's not the best one to press, just normally.
Well, that's great. I'm glad this worked. I'm going to bed now.
Right. Do you guys just want to do a time jump?
Yeah, I got nothing besides research.
All right, you two give me a. Well, are you just staying up and taking the sleep deprivation?
No,
Bonuses,
I'm healing.
minuses?
So when I hit a wall,
It's only like
I'm going to
maybe
the
an
infirmary next
hour
door.
or two, and then you hit a wall.
yeah, then I'm just going to the infirmary next door and just falling into a bed.
What about you, Jose?
I'll sleep on my books after I pass out after 1 hour
Okay.
of overexhausting myself.
All right. So we will do a time jump to the morning. 1, 2. So the sun is.
Bright light.
So the sun starts coming up, and there's a general call. There's the actual morning like change of
Somebody's
shift.
playing Reveille.
It's not reveille, but you know it's a change shift. A call out. Gabriel, the doctor who flew in, is kind of looks over and goes, "So I heard you got out of your bed last night." So he's been really nice. He's an American. Was a medic in the war, and stuck over here in the European
Okay.
in Europe.
A week in bed is kind of my limit. I know I'm not 100%, but I gotta spend more time doing something other than just sitting in bed sketching.
Kind of looks and goes, "Understandable. Well, if that's the case, you be careful. We don't want you losing another eye, or a major artery."
I don't want to get shot again. So, don't worry, we're on the same page.
Kind of gives a nod and then just gives you a nod and a smile, and then walks back over to his desk. By the way, his name is Dr. Pope.
Okay.
Dr. Pope.
Oh, wait. Dr. Pope,
Yes.
the night I got shot, we dragged a body or two of the other species back through the gate with us. I'd like your help, or maybe to help you conduct an autopsy.
That's been proving a little bit difficult. He'll look over and say, we have them on cold storage now, but at this moment in time, I tried to carve that thing off their face, and it's on there.
What about the chest cavity?
Now, I went in and took one of them, and they are human. Lungs, hearts, the whole thing's, it's just... See, there's just certain... Oh, and there it goes. We lost the stream again. But it's okay. We'll fix it at our next break. There's certain things that are straight up welded onto them, like those gas masks and other such things.
Okay. Well, they're dead. Can I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
Let's break the bone around it.
Looks and says,
Should peel off pretty easily, and then we can get a better look at the technology.
alright, it's rather grisly, but I will do such that. Maybe you can help out when you have an opportunity.
I plan on spending most of the day in the library, but I'll swing by after lunch and see if there's anything I can do to help.
Sounds good. Thank you. And do play it safe. And with that, quick 5-minute break before we get going again, because I lost video feed because OBS is a jerk. We'll be right back. So it is the next morning, and Godwin had you all brought to the conference room conference area inside the portal room. And then he kind of looks at Jill and goes, and I'm hearing someone through someone's thing.
That's a me.
That's a you. It's... And he goes, well, it seemed you all certainly had an interesting evening while I was out with the Duke.
Where even do you go?
We were working on supplies at his abode. Duke just kind of nods. So, a mechanical man came through? The Duke asks.
I didn't really see anything that would define him as a male, but apparently they did see identifiably female ones on the other side.
Good God, you all went through again?
I immediately point over at Gabriel.
Okay, in my defense, I came right back. He seemed friendly, and I thought that maybe a moment of seeing where he was from would do us good for sort of some context.
Alright, from now on, don't just pop through that thing. I don't want you all getting shot again. And the Duke says, if there was no harm, what's the problem? Godwin just kind of goes, well, it is your mission, sir. If you want the gate or the portal to be just willy-nilly, whoever wants to walk through can walk through. That's your prerogative.
Thank you.
The Duke just says, I would rather have us be exploring than sitting with our tails between our legs, for to say? Or is that the correct term? Tails between legs? Or is that just for running away?
I'm not going to correct him.
And just looks and goes, alright, tails between legs. So, what what do you want to do from here?
Jose
What
and
are we
I.
supposed to do today?
Well, we were going to send you back through the portal to the place where we...
Got shot.
That was the idea, but apparently we have a new place we can go to. Which do you think should be the destination?
Jose and I have, now that we know what we're looking for, begun looking through the library to see if we can find any more number sets that might indicate even more destinations.
Yes, we managed to get the address to work. We can contact there. We don't know what else there is because we have not been able to find anything. But theoretically, there should be astronomical numbers. If it might just be the two, but I seriously doubt that.
So, with your permission, I'd like to continue looking through the library to try and find more locations.
I think that's acceptable for when we don't have a mission planned. I believe we should explore one of these two locations.
So our choices are friendly robot planet or
robots aren't a
place where
thing.
I got shot in the neck.
Robots aren't a thing, but yes.
I'm well read.
Oh, yes, you are.
I gotta be honest. I'd rather go back to the unfriendly planet. I think there's more to gain there.
Like what?
Well, obviously they were protecting something, and I
What do you
think I think before we go to this other planet, we should maybe try to learn some more from the other guys, so we don't fuck up our relationship with the friendly-ish guys.
And the automatons have the tools to learn more. If we go now, we do not gain as much as when we go later.
Well, I'll leave it up to the team.
I agree with Colton for the first time since meeting him, I'm afraid. Adrian makes great point, however.
He does, and I'm not gonna say it's an invalid point, but
They're the same point.
oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I confused you with Gabriel. My bad. I'm name disassociating.
Adrian and Gabriel are similar in pattern too.
Hold my beer while I dissociate real fast.
I mean, I could just be a little gun shy because I got shot in the neck on one of those two planets.
Boys who play with guns should be ready to die like men.
Listen, lady, you
For the
fucking
first
ran
time,
away.
That's something I agree with.
All right. Can I bring my mortar?
Boys who play with mortars should be ready to die in a fiery explosion.
I mean,
Perhaps you should not go with the intention of shooting them.
I'm bringing my mortar.
yeah, I'm gonna say bring the mortar. And then I am actually gonna go back to my room, and when I wander back with my gear, it also happens to be like a couple of belts of ammo and a Browning 1917 30-06 machine gun.
All right, so back to the first planet it is.
Planets.
Location.
Yes, it probably was another planet.
It could
I'm
not
more
be
willing-
here. We have explored all of Earth.
That's true. Very true.
Hell, her people colonized most of it.
All right,
Cannot
so you
lie.
guys are gearing up, and then you're gonna go through the first location.
Yes.
We have
I'm
the
bringing
Great
my
Empire
mortar.
as well.
Ours is on its last legs, I believe.
Yeah, once we kicked you guys in the teeth, it was kind of all downhill from there, wasn't it?
I don't really recall that, given that it was 100 years ago. Was it? Out character.
120 years ago?
1776?
Yeah, yeah.
But we
160.
tried to retake the
Yeah.
colonies in 1812 and lost.
Cool.
All right,
At least I
so
think that's what it was
well,
about.
We burned the White House.
as
down.
far as this is concerned,
Yes.
you shall all go through, and I will look forward to hearing your briefing once you learn more.
All right,
Sorry.
fair enough.
Right?
Gear up. We shall see you through the gate, or the portal.
Tutty bye.
All right.
Very well.
So we'll just have you gear up, and then I will just start booping you through, if that's okay.
Boop away.
Boop away. Boop.
Doctor's back. Camera. 10 rolls of film.
Boop.
Bamf.
I think you just booped me because everything froze. Wait, here we go.
Boop. Boop.
I think there's still one of those guys behind us.
Oh,
Well,
good
I'm
not
lord,
sure
we're all
if he should
stacked
be there.
inside each other.
Yeah, you guys can take a couple steps. There we go.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You step out.
That is that a fairy or an angel, or both?
Let me change the time now that you're all booped through. Ah. Hello, Saxons. You return.
What does she say that in?
Yeah, gibberish for
Oh.
you.
Yeah, we don't understand it.
And Luke,
Me
too. It Isaios Niran Shintaya.
Is it actually complete gibberish, or does it sound related to something?
It sounds kind of like oral linguistics.
So, Tara, when she starts talking, I'm gonna like set the tripod down on the ground and like fold it out.
By the way, Jared, it sounded like a weird mashup between like Greek and a couple other things. There's definitely some Greek in there.
And I guess as I'm setting up, I'll translate.
Setting up a machine gun.
Yes, I am.
So
Yeah, I
you see,
better set
the
up my
woman I'm
mortar at
about
the
to
same time.
shoot to death, she said welcome back, and now I'm gonna shoot her in the head.
I was
Have you ever been to the colonies?
very disappointed that the Saxons destroyed my men for apparently asking a very simple question.
They didn't like the fact that our answer was neither.
From what my man says, You serve neither court.
Are you gonna start shooting at us because that's our answer too?
We did not fire our weapons upon you. You shot at our man.
What is happening? She does not sound happy.
No,
No,
she doesn't.
it's all good.
I'm
We're
like,
fine, but-
I declared it back there. I'm like quietly translating as I'm setting this thing up.
Oh, you meant that's just a general thing you're doing the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, are you going to cause a ruckus again, or can we talk like civilized individuals? I have the word of my lady that I shall not harm you as long as this conversation is going, if you declare on your whatever the same. Do I have your word?
Colton,
Go ahead, let's parlay.
All right.
okay.
Come forward, and we shall speak.
I'm still recovering. I'm gonna stand right back here with my mortar where it's safe. So somebody else can do the talking.
Don't mortars fire up into the air and then back down?
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
but
still a minimum
Isn't
range.
that not a useful weapon here?
No, I think it's just fine.
Yeah, I think they're like right about a great range for mortar fire. That's short range artillery.
For God's sake, don't shoot me.
Won't shoot you.
She's-
I think we can speak. Oh, she's going up.
What are
Can
you
you
doing,
do
Miss
the-
Lancaster?
Can you do the
On this
hand
shared
translating?
illusion.
Of course, someone civilized. She looks and offers her hand out at you.
I'll take it. This is the first time I've got a close-up look at her.
HD.
Oh,
Or Will. It was Will.
well, one higher. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that was unpleasant. You're going to be at a minus for a little bit just from your, so a -1 to all, mental skills because of a headache from the translation thing, magic stuff that she just cast.
oh, flinch. Put my other hand to my temple and be like, oh.
It can be unpleasant. Now, do you rule these creatures?
Unfortunately not.
You can talk to her now?
Yes, Adrian. Could you perhaps assist this gentleman?
He must approach.
Hey, Jose, you might want to get up there too.
I think I already got it from the ghost
Oh, did you?
from the last time. Yeah, my friend.
She'll offer her hand, and then we'll check. After a moment of ear ringing. Okay, yeah, it hurts, and you have a little bit of a headache, but you're not at any minuses.
May I take your photograph? I hold my camera.
You will not take anything from me, yet we have not made a deal.
My apologies. It won't take anything from you. It will produce a rendering that I can
What will you give me?
replicate later.
What will you give me in return for this image?
I'll rummage through my bag and pull out a previous picture I've taken.
Of what?
one of the ones I've developed from this week of the Alps on the other side.
She will look down and go, "A fair trade." She holds out her hand. Take it.
I'll pass it to her and say thank you. And then-
Those of you who are way back there, you really can't hear this anymore. If you want to get in on the conversation, you will have to get closer.
How does the translation work, by the way?
You don't know.
No, like, is it putting everything into a common language everything can understand, or is it like, is Adrian hearing Dutch?
You're
is what I'm
hearing
asking.
Dutch.
Okay.
Only a technically success by 1 on that photography check.
Still made it.
No range penalties, thankfully.
Now, you serve no court.
Is that what these gentlemen have told you?
That is what the survivor told me.
That's not technically true. We actually serve a number of courts.
Which of the court do you serve?
I and the gentleman with the eye patch serve the court of King George II. I think that's who it is. He laughs because he knows, and I'm from that country and I don't.
I don't know. I just found it funny that you don't.
Oh, okay.
By those who are, what do you call it, watching in the stream, she is not producing that thing. They're marking her as a... They're highlighting. The players are highlighting her. Anyway.
Jose, who would you say is your most important supervisor?
I wouldn't know about important, but we do have a rat as the president so far. But that's just usual. Let's just move along.
And Adrian?
What is this king
One
of the
moment.
George?
Monarch?
I
He's also
assume so by the king. What is he?
a man, much like either of these.
You serve a human?
Yes, they are all we know. We've never seen anyone like you before.
What is your frequency?
I could not tell you, because I don't know.
And you do not know of the ladies or their courts?
We only began traveling through this in the past week. Adrian says in Dutch. Not sure if the translator converts that to English for the other people here.
Mm-hmm. Do I hear just Dutch?
You hear Dutch.
I don't speak Dutch.
So he says that, and then
She'll go, it's... How have you not been traveling? You do not know your frequency.
This technology was lost to our people.
Interesting.
Aliens gave it to us, right?
You are an interesting
Colton.
bunch.
Gabriel, care to join us? Oh, Gabriel, you are here. My apologies.
I can only think of one type of legend that has two courts held by ladies.
Do you want to roll me a mythology?
Oh yeah, that's fair. Zoop. I do not have mythology. Nor really anything. Yeah. Nothing.
Whoever can find it first gets brownie points. What's that default to? HIT.
Would theology work in this case?
Theology is specialized by what theology, so unless you have whatever it happens to be, then...
I have competitive. Not sure if that will work.
Oh, comparative, right. That probably would. If it has anything to do with religious mythology.
Yeah, I don't see
mythology,
mythology in the book.
Which, yeah, comparative theology.
It might be a cult.
Closest I got is occultism.
I'll give me occultism. We'll have to figure out.
Straight.
This is comparative theology.
Oh yeah.
By mythology, you mean people's beliefs about.
If anything, this is mythology. Yeah.
Well,
Are there any non-religious myths?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me. I think it's theology.
Comparative.
Yeah. And Ringy, you can roll IQ -6.
Not occultism minus something.
No, it does not default to it.
Okay. Wow.
Hey-o.
Hey, indeed.
Yeah, you can make that connection in your brain. So can Colton over there.
Actually, that makes sense for somebody with Irish ancestry.
Yeah.
So I think it's dawning on all of us all at the same time that, oh, wait a minute.
Or at least a few of you.
Almost all of us. More than half.
So yeah, it dawns on a couple of you that they are talking about the Fae Court.
That is a fairy.
So then,
I thought fairies were small.
Seelie or unseelie?
I am of the blessed Seelie.
Our world has stories about the courts, but these have fallen into fiction, as far as we knew.
What stories? You actually know about this?
You've never heard about the fairies, the Fae, the Seelie and the Unseelie?
Fairies are little creatures that appear in gardens to young children. Tiny little things, like butterflies.
That's a
So-
much more modern take.
So, like, these guys called themselves elves.
Because they are the elves.
So what, you got, like, trolls and shit in there, too?
We do not usually work with such rabble in the Seelie Court.
The only fairies I know are the ones from the Grimm brother books. Adrian says in English.
I do not know these Grimms. So you serve man, do not know your frequency, come back through the portals, but know of the courts, but you do not serve one.
Yes, we serve man. Do you want a bite?
Do you actually say
You just
that?
offer her a bite of us?
No, it's just you said serve man, and that just
Okay, I just want to know if that was out of character or not.
One man with everything on it, please. Because I'm becoming a Buddhist.
I'm not sure if you know humans, but we are curious species looking for knowledge even if we have none.
I know of humans. But it is strange that you do not know more of us.
Maybe sociology would.
If you... I can set up a meeting with your king so he can turn his forces over to this blessed lady.
Yeah,
That-
that's not gonna happen.
It does sound marvellous, and I'm sure the king would love to meet you. But I really do not believe he would be willing to turn over his forces.
Humans
Given
are
the current-
not meant to lead themselves.
I would argue that men in charge has definitely not gone very well so far.
you would like it in the Netherlands. Our queen is Wilhelmina.
They do seem to have a very decent stock of man in the Netherlands. Give you a quick glance up and down, turn back.
In America, we're free to serve ourselves.
Don't tell her that.
Oh yes, America, the land of slavery.
Hey! That was a
Get-
shitty thing. Yes.
So, you not only serve no king or queen, let alone a who is your...
Honestly, monarchs are more ceremonial positions than anything else now. Anyway, few hold real power anymore. Not for 100 years or so.
Monarchies tend to fall when their followers find out a better way to govern themselves. That's generally how anthropology has worked out throughout these years, at least with us.
Guys, I really think this is not the kind of information that we should be giving to this potentially hostile person. Oh, actually, I'm going to say that in... Oh, it won't matter. Never mind. It will not mind.
Do I
Would
have
your
a
character have caught that, though?
with me that I can
Kind of
get
already tried to say it.
We are not hostile at this moment. Just, we shall travel through the portal with you. You shall take me to this king and queen, and we shall inform them that they now serve the beautiful and honorable Lady...
See, but they're not gonna go for that.
That
Honestly,
is not going to happen.
Yeah, counterpoint. How about we go back and bring your message to them, and then we'll come right back with their reply.
Team 1, I really would rather like to see her deliver this message to King George.
I really, really think that's not a good idea.
Perhaps she could speak to the Duke?
I really, really don't think that's a good idea.
I believe this is a wonderful idea. I shall join you.
I am going to have to decline your offer, and we'll deliver your message and come back at another time. I think it's time for us to go, guys.
I disagree. I think I'd rather stay.
Really?
At least a little while longer.
She looks you up and
I
down
think-
and she looks you up and down and goes, "Yes, stay with us."
Stupid space lesbians.
I think that's a bad idea. Maybe the automatons might come back and they will ask for you.
The
You wouldn't want to disappoint
automatons?
them.
Oh God!
I have to go.
Automatons? You have
I'll
met
pull out my sketchbook.
automatons?
I'll show her the medical style drawings I were making of my
No.
You have
They were-
met the golems.
Golems, of course. Of course they're golems.
Interesting.
Well, they're certainly not Smeagol's.
Can we please leave?
Looks like half of you are like booking it.
I'm standing over next to my mortar because that's Plan B.
I just glanced behind me and suddenly I'm the only person still here.
No.
No one that replies like that has good news.
No, Colton's not leaving his team member.
Well, he's still a good 20 meters away from me.
Well, yeah, but I've got an eye on this whole field.
Yes. Oh yeah, I am confident you could blow my brains out if you wanted to.
Like, I fixed bayonet onto this thing, and like I am just staring down this field like Colton is ready.
Take your message to the king, little one, and she'll like give you a smile, about joining the Unseelie, or the Seelie, and we shall meet again in the near future.
I'll bring you back our frequency.
Very good. Thank you, dear.
I'll curtsy formally.
She'll give a little bit of a, like, she doesn't do it with a look down her nose, but she like ups her head a little bit, like in acknowledgement of your curtsy.
I'm hoping that a curtsy is a cultural familiarity thing, and I don't actually need to roll some kind of savoir faire.
No,
to do it.
you did a somewhat prostration a little bit to yourself, to in front of her. That's readable in a lot of places.
Cool. Come on, Colton. Let's not murder everyone today. I keep thinking these guys have got their abs on show, and I want to like get up close and have a look, and then it's like, oh no, they're not got the boy boobies out.
All right, I'll break down my mortar.
Yeah, I'll break down my big gun and.
Oh, I can see some stars.
Ooh.
Real quick, as I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
breaking the mortar down, can I roll astronomy to see if I recognize any constellations?
Go for it.
I want to take another picture of the whole group, or I'm in this good lighting as well.
Not the
Yeah,
whole
this is the
group.
golden
You
hour.
can't capture all of them. There's one way off to the left,
There's actually a few.
halfway up the hill.
I did not notice the ones up the hills. I failed my perception rolls in real life.
Yeah, you do
Right.
not recognize any of these stars, like constellations at all. Gabriel.
Could
Okay.
I have rolled detect lies for anything that the fairy might have said that sounds suspicious?
You can roll detect lies anytime you want.
To the last thing that she said, that when she said that she was going to meet us soon, not sure if she means something. Fairy.
And you take an amazing shot there, Maxine. Or Elizabeth. Jose, yeah, it seems like she was telling the truth about, wanting to see you guys soon.
No, I don't like the sound of that.
Alright, so are you all breaking down and going through?
Yeah, I'll walk through and wave to her on the way out.
Alright, so everyone's going through. I will VoIP you guys back. Down the list. VoIP. 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 And... VoIP. Let me change back the time. It was like 4. There we go. Wipe me back too. Wipe. Alright. You look back and actually they're not around the table anymore. I'll move them, but actually they're still around the table. That meeting didn't last long. The Duke looks over and goes, "You are back."
Shut it down.
Yeah.
She'll hit the
The
button.
fairies are coming! The fairies are coming!
They demand that we swear fealty to them.
The portal turns off, by the way.
Specifically, that our leaders swear fealty to them. They claim that we are their rightful subjects.
Wait.
They want King George to come and give his forces over to them in order to serve the lady of the court.
Wait,
Apparently, they're fairies.
what? There are fairies.
Look over at Gabriel.
It is some English thing.
Afraid so.
Like the Fae from the myths.
You're saying we are dealing with the fairy?
I mean, that or whatever the legends and myths were based off of.
She didn't have any feet. Her legs kind of just taper to points. It was fascinating. I hope I didn't stare too much.
This is...
She said she'd be here soon. Wouldn't recommend to turn on the device at all.
They asked for our frequency?
Oh! That makes sense.
Do we know our frequency?
No.
But what do they call them? Golems? The golems do.
Yes,
The mechanical man.
they called us. Surely.
She called the mechanical creatures golems.
Like the myths from the Jews.
If I remember correctly, those were made out of clay, and the ones we work with were made out of clockwork, so I like to believe.
Kind of cut out a bit for me then, and it sounded like you said they were made out of fuck.
Sorry, clockwork, but the Jewish
Clockwork.
ones, if I remember correctly, were made out of clay. So
Pure
at least it might be
sexual
something
energy.
Yeah, but I mean, these are myths that are, thousands of years old.
Well, it seems like you had... Where did Gabriel go?
Probably back through the hole if it's open.
It's not.
That or he is in the library.
Well, this is certainly information that I must take to my brother. I shall thank you for your report. I shall go...
Has he mentioned a brother before?
Nope.
Your brother?
Yes, the ruler of our country.
Oh.
Or sorry, he meant cousin, not brother.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, Yeah.
I must...
I would also recommend not going through to that place again.
It's
They were waiting.
They were waiting, yes.
It sounds rather dangerous. Thank you for your information. I must go call him immediately. Thank you. Godwin is like, well, You certainly got into quite a bit of trouble in the small amount of time you were there.
It was true what they said, that touching their hands would make you understand.
Yes, it's not a shared delusion, apparently.
Or it is, but now we share it as well.
That it does remain a possibility.
Strangely, it only worked for them understanding us and us understanding them. Apparently, the others heard English or whatever.
Yes, when you spoke to her in Dutch, I heard Dutch.
Well, I think His Majesty should also learn about this. Is there anything more to report?
King George is to come, swear fealty, hand over his forces,
And Queen Wilhelmina.
and Queen.
She said kings and queens,
Kings,
but only those
everyone.
Can we request more of those books and mythologies? I fear we might need them.
Oh, yes, you should probably speak to, Corbett. Last I saw her is in the library.
Thank you. And he's gonna go.
Alright, speaking of which, you've been in there for a while, Gabriel.
Yeah, I've been
And
looking
it
for
seems like you found her.
books on the fairy courts, sort of as they relate to historical interactions, less than the myths and things that I've heard growing up as a boy.
Okay, so we'll jump
Now-
to that conversation real quick first once you go in. She'll go,
Oh,
oh!
I was looking, but then
Yeah,
found her too.
when you walk by, she goes, oh, Gabriel.
Good evening. I have to look out the window. Is it evening? Is it morning?
It
It was evening on the last planet I was on.
It's like midday. Ish. It's getting a little sunsetty.
It'd still be morning, right? Because we got up.
Yeah,
went
it's
here,
morning.
Were briefed, walked through, and 10 minutes later.
Yeah, it's still morning.
Okay, well, okay. I still greet her with this evening, just since the last time I was outside somewhere, it was evening.
Good morning. Is more in order?
Oh, it was evening on the last planet I was on.
Planet. So you know for a fact that it's another planet.
I was able to observe the stars. I've been all over this planet, and I didn't recognize a single constellation in that sky. I can fairly safely say that that is definitely another planet.
Good lord. Well,
Yeah.
I also heard there was a mechanical man in here yesterday taking the books.
Yes, but we got his phone number, so we can probably get them back in the future.
Oh. This is all so very confusing. You came in here for a reason. What can I help you with?
I'm looking for any books that discuss the fairy courts, the seelie or unseelie.
She kind of gives you a weird expression and goes, "What? I don't have such fairy tales in here."
Well, we may want to start considering those more of a embellished history than straight up fiction.
What are you talking? And then, by the way, Jose, you're about caught up now, so you can walk into the library now. What are you talking about? I don't. What?
Do you have any other collectors that you could reach out to try and obtain some books on the matter?
Of course, there's any number of things I could call, but it's. I'll look into it.
I appreciate it. I will talk to you more about this when I have more information.
And Jose seems to walk in.
He's gonna walk in and look at her and say, you're the one I need to talk about the books?
We're speaking about books now. I was just speaking with Gabriel. You need myths about fairies?
Yes.
Embellished
anything-
histories.
Anything you have on mythology. Also anything that you have about Jewish mythologies, then maybe we should step ahead and get any African, any other American, Mexican. No, never mind. I'm gonna pray we don't reach that world. That has to be awful. Just focus on the mythology books, please.
I'll contact my sources. It takes a while for books to get here, but I'll do my best.
That's fine. We've got other things to keep us busy.
There's plenty enough to read already. I'd better get to that. Thank you. And he's gonna go research.
All right. Yes, I'll go to the radios. All right.
Right.
Maxine and what? Colton, what were you doing?
I
Go ahead.
would like to go find the staff weapon.
Oh yeah. It's in the. I don't have it out and about, but it is in the portal room.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna grab one of those and go find one of these big, long, empty rooms. Set up like a sandbag and start futzing with that.
All right, so you're gonna start doing some futzing. Give me guns, energy staff.
Defaults to nothing. Maybe lacrosse.
Addle.
You could apply a familiarity penalty to the default of DX -4 for guns.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
DX -10.
What about an armory small arms?
It'd still be the familiarity because are you trying to shoot it? What are you trying to do?
Well, I mean, first thing I'm doing is like looking at it. Like, it's a combat weapon. It's gonna have some sort of obvious triggering mechanism.
Familiarity is -4.
Okay, then I'll be taking time with it.
Okay, yeah. You can take some time with it. How long do you want to spend?
I mean,
And also, most things default at -2. Most guns default to each other at -2, except for like grenade launchers and things.
Railguns.
So it looks like you're would be operating at a guns -6.
okay.
And whatever taking time bonus you want to do.
Then we will take. Oh, we'll get a +2 to this.
All right. Yeah. After like some futzing with it and things, you manage to find that there is like on one of the rune. If there's two of the runes that are squeezed together, like on either side of the staff, it'll go off. Like two circular things. So it's like you're squeezing tongs almost, you know? Just, and it does it.
Yeah. Pointed at the sandbag and.
Yeah, it shoots like a energy bolt, and sandbag, explodes.
Well, we're gonna have to find something better than sandbags. Damn.
Are those things loud?
No, they're like. Phew.
Okay. Just wondered if it were like gunshot loud, but a weird noise.
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring in a few of the soldiers.
What was that? You did fire it in this main room, right?
He fired it in the castle. You'd hear it echo through the castle.
But he fired it in the main room, right?
No,
No.
he went off to one of the emptied out rooms.
Oh, okay.
There's this like big, long, narrow room that like. So yeah, I'll actually probably be shouting. Oh wait, no, I can grab my radio and just be like, "Hey, send in a squad of soldiers."
Aren't radios like big?
Yeah. You'd probably just yell.
Okay.
This place is echoey. It's easier.
Probably.
Like, grabbing your radio to do that would be... You grab your radio backpack.
Wind it. Start winding.
Throw a virgin in there, and then you're ready to go.
But yes, you would yell, and some guards would show up, and you heard that. Andrian, how do you say that? Andrian?
Adrian.
Do you want me to boop you over to him?
No, I thought it was in the same room. Since it's not, don't bother.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna instruct him like, "Hey, we're gonna set up a range in here, and we are all gonna fire these things until we get some familiarity with them."
All right. I'll.
Specifically, until we're able to offset that -4 penalty shoot.
Yes, exactly.
Just wanted to
And
figure
if you
out how many
can,
hours.
invest 1 point in this. You'll find it on page 143. Guns, staff, weapon. That suddenly became New Zealand.
Good eye.
199 too.
All right. Good to know. This back room is the firing range now. I can make that. Yeah. Are we just killing time then?
Yeah, I mean, I got tons of research, and I did promise the doctor that I would go help him smash the skull bone so we could peel a seemingly cybernetic gas mask off of a corpse. But, you know, if you don't want to go through all the gory details, then we could probably just handwave some of that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go in and we'll do a couple quick autopsy rolls. Let me just roll for the doctor.
I wouldn't mind having sight or any autopsy, but also I fully expect to be left out or anything. What with being a woman and having gone off to develop photographs.
Yep. They wouldn't call you.
Checks out.
Yeah, so you guys go through and it's disgusting work, but it seems like they are indeed human. It's just things are welded on in specific areas, like their eyes have been removed. And there's cables, like weird, like red, like... The best way to describe it is like fractally cables going from the eyes of the what you thought was a gas mask, but turns out to be like something somewhat similar to a gas mask, but very different in operation. Like the glass bits, right behind the glass bits is where the tangly connect to.
And they connected like right to the optic nerve.
Yep. Or to through the eyes to where the optic nerve connects, because the optic nerve is all the way in the back, because humans are weird.
Okay. Hold on. Does this look like it could be some sort of a working prosthetic eye?
Yes.
Gabriel might be interested in trying something like that.
But also, yeah, there's a tube that goes down the throat.
Less interested in trying something like that.
Or not the throat, directly into the nose.
It's not better.
But and then there's like just like definitely human. It's just there's all kinds of this gross, reddish, tangly, fractally cables running, doing all kinds of different things.
Well, that is interesting. And I will give the mask to Tara West just to add to her pile of fun engineering things to
Yeah, she'll definitely
to fiddle with.
look into it and be excited also when she finds out that you're using the weapon. She's all over the place this afternoon.
The only other thing that I really need to do, and just, I mean, we can hand wave this between sessions, and that's looking for the phone book or a list of phone numbers.
Frequencies.
Address book is
Frequencies.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much less anachronistic.
What frequencies?
Frequencies.
What's the opposite of an anachronism?
All right, yeah. So, how long are you doing that for the rest of the day? Because if not, we're at a good place to stop, but I could go for another 30 minutes to an hour if you guys are up for it.
I'm up for it.
I think Luke's probably the deciding factor, being
It's like
I'm good to carry on.
cool. All right, and the stream hasn't died yet. So, do we need a break or do we just want to power on through? Do we need a bathroom break or anything?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Wouldn't mind 5 minutes.
5 minutes sounds good.
All right. We will take a quick break and we will be back soon. And we're back. So yeah, you guys are just, I assume you're doing stuff over the next few days, right? Because otherwise I just was going to do a couple days from now, fast forward.
Yeah, that's
A
fine.
lot of research.
Like,
A lot of research.
I assume, yeah, why don't you guys knock me some research checks and some rolls for what you're doing, or you can just, you don't even have to roll, you can just give me what you're doing so you can justify points spent later.
How many do you want?
It's going to be like about 5 days, so you got 5 days worth of stuff that you want to do.
More like one research check at a +6 if all you're doing is researching.
Yep. But you need to
I'm
tell
also
me
gonna spend
what you are
2 days
researching.
resting in the infirmary.
Okay, so roll me some healing checks.
So first, let me roll the research check, but instead of at a +6, I'll do a +4.
Sounds good.
Zoop. Beat it by 11.
Helps if I actually have it on the right section. There we go.
And then healing checks. How did you annotate what the roll is for when I'm rolling just straight into check?
Just
Type
type more stuff after that.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
All right, looks like Colton, you're just sitting there, just using the new energy weapons for the next couple days.
Yeah.
And that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm back at full health. I have fully recovered from being shot in the neck with a plasma bolt or whatever.
You do have a little bit of a scar there now.
Yay, chick stick scars!
Like, plasma bolt to the neck will do that.
So
Gabriel
it sounds
might
like
be
plasma
asexual.
bolts dig scars.
Ow.
Heyo. I finished developing them few photographs I take on the same morning, and I'm going to spend most of the week just exercising out in the yard.
Okay.
If there's any male soldiers out there exercising with me, I would
Jesus.
like to try and show them up. Oh, I doubt there's any female soldiers out there exercising.
Yeah, it's all dudes. Go ahead, give me some rolls for that. Otherwise,
Alright, let's start off by sprinting against some of these dickheads. That were a shit roll.
Gabriel, what are you doing behind the airbase, by the way?
Oh wait, yeah. What am I doing behind the airbase? I'm sorry.
You want me to boop you somewhere?
I was wandering. Back to the library. I think is probably best.
These rolls. So I almost definitely fail in a race. Come like, not last, but definitely not first.
It's
I
not your
fall,
fault.
climbing the wall.
You understand? It's not your fault. It's just because you're a weak woman.
Yeah, of course. They're very patronizing to you.
Yeah.
Oh man, you should see how she runs. You should see how she runs when people are shooting at her, though.
Don't give them ideas.
I'm gonna have to just save up points to buy off this pacifism so I can kick you in your nuts.
This
Uh,
is the time when the radio starts singing, and she ran so
I need a
far."
montage.
all right. Well, it's a couple days later, and you guys are doing your.
Wait. How was the research roll?
Oh
stuff
yeah, the
going?
research role. What exactly were you researching?
I wanted the frequency book. I can't call them addresses because Stargate.
The frequency book. You did not find one in here.
Or
unfortunately.
okay, so when I say a frequency book, I don't mean like an explicit book of nothing but frequencies, but try and find those like sets of 7 numbers in other books that might end up being addresses.
How much you make it by?
11?
11. Yeah. No, you do not find anything that is clearly that there, but there's a bunch of books in here that are unreadable. Is the problem?
Right.
So
okay.
you don't
well,
find like the tick marks or anything like that. That your
no.
Tin Man friend
No, I need
left
the
you.
numbers.
But you don't know if what you're looking at is numbers or whatnot. You'd have to get a
Got it.
How about you, Ev? What were you doing with that research roll that you made? Ev? Jose?
Yeah, I would be researching mostly for a way to find some sort of communication with this language that nobody has able to get. I'm not sure if with the information that I've been giving, I'll be able to make a breakthrough.
Not particularly. You make maybe some headway. You think you... It's the problem is without knowing the clear definition between the symbols and, the words or syllables or however they say it, there's not much progress you can make in that regard.
I'm trying to compare it with any of the old cultures and old myths and legends, some of the dead languages that would be able to get any sort of lineage, like the Celtic fairies.
Yeah,
But-
again, the problem you're running into is the books you have are based on like cryptography and things like that, and then there's just a whole section of books that are just written in linear
Yeah.
that is unreadable. So you guys are poring over it and you're looking for things, and but you're unfortunately not able to make any magical progress. You're
What would you say the tale of the castle is?
like with all the crazy science-y stuff in there and everything.
The castle itself.
Oh, the castle itself is probably like I don't remember what I don't have the list labeled up.
2 is iron, 3 is medieval, 4 is like early Renaissance.
I
age of
would
exploration.
say mix like iron cusping on medieval. No, I'll say medieval. It's medieval. not like clearly designed by a different country or something, but like it's definitely at that
Okay.
TL.
What was the bonus for working on something throughout the time skip?
It depends on what you wanted to work on.
Looking for clues in the architecture as to frequency.
Okay. Give me an archaeology check and with
Architecture.
architecture. With a
The penalty is -3 if it's medieval. From my TL6 architecture.
yeah, give me a. I think you can with your because you're taking the entire time.
Yeah.
You'll be at a +2.
At the end or -3 +2?
At the very end, it's. So after going through this place with a fine tooth, or actually give me a search check to.
At a +5 then?
Yeah, give me also a search check. Okay, so between the two, you find on some of the columns in the portal room, there are symbols written on them, but you don't know what they what numbers they represent, but there are numbers or letters they represent, but they're definitely clearly on those pillars on the top written some sigil.
Well, if only we can figure out what our address is, then we've got
Yeah. What was there anything in the architecture, the way it was designed, that had like some sort of 7 thing?
No, not in that instance.
Okay, Adrian will copy the symbols and show them to Jose. Assuming he doesn't recognize them himself.
Would I be able to recognize them with the marks, or at least the number that they represent?
So So Jose, and so I assume you're in the library also, Adrian. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're in the library and you guys start talking to each other about it and showing each other things. Then you hear the whoosh that kind of happens when the portal opens up.
The not a kawoosh TM.
Anyone in the castle hears this, and then a couple seconds later you hear Team 1 to the portal room, please.
Oh, Alpha's back.
Hey, would you just boot me there?
I will indeed just boop you there.
If that's possible for me, also, that'd be much appreciated. I'm in my room.
That is why I built the boop.
Fast travel. Thank you.
Nah, we should play Fathom Classic.
He walks in with the holding the rando books that you gave him.
Oh, you're back.
It seems Alpha's done with the books.
That's right. He can't walk down the stairs. Boop. He holds one out with a page open and points to one of the letters and goes Ichel.
Which letter?
Itok?
A.
A is Itok. Do I need a linguistic check?
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
He points to it again and then looks around and then
Ah? I say that. Ah?
looks over at you and goes, kind of looks, and then moves on to another letter and goes, Ichok.
Which language is the book in? Because remember,
Yeah,
it was
you gave
written
a bunch.
different-
Let's roll actually 1d. You gave me
1d3 English, Dutch, and German.
All right, we'll do that. All right, 1d3. English, Dutch, and then German.
Yeah.
All right, it is Dutch.
Dutch. Oh god, he's reading one of your Dutch books.
But if you guys do that, he's actually going to go through once you figure out, because he's going to go through and just do that with every single freaking symbol in all
Would it be possible to roll
This is-
linguistics?
this is-
two of us who have to convey that it's not a phonetic system. It's a jumbled mess.
Yeah, roll linguistics.
Could you do that too, Ever?
Got it.
Okay, so Ev, you managed to get it across that, like, it is indeed crazy shenanigans. You with the book, that do you speak Dutch or German?
I do not.
All right, so you're probably just gonna focus in on the English book, correct?
Yes.
All right, so as you guys are going through this and you start teaching a little bit, after a while, it looks down and goes, points to it, and then goes, book.
You see Jose's face light up and say, "Yes, it's a book! It's a book!"
I'll clap and be like, well done. Great job.
I
We
see.
made contact with aliens!
I
Woo!
have language.
Well done.
What do you do here in my castle?
What?
Did he just say his castle?
He did say this castle.
Are these your books?
Yes, my books.
Who are you? I'm sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Colton Murphy.
Colton Murphy.
And what is your name?
My name is Sindat.
Pleasure to
Simdot.
meet you, Simdot.
Sindat is.
Can we? Simdot is?
Sindat is.
Simdot is. Simdot
Sindak
is.
is Sindak.
Ma.
But
Did you learn the written languages and then only need to know how to change that to sound?
of course.
You're a very clever boy, aren't you?
Of
So what
course.
is that place that we went to across the Fathom?
You entered into Production City.
And like, where is Production City?
On the surface of Sindat Sinchuk.
And what
Or
is Simdot?
Under the surface of what? Sorry?
Sindat Insuk.
And where is that?
We've got the frequency.
Well, yeah, but like, are we stepping into a different universe, or are we going to other planets, or what is this?
You do not know how portals work.
No.
We're not sure if we're going in time, space, or
Something else
dimensions.
I don't know about yet.
You are traveling between third and fifth.
So
Third.
space and time.
Third and fifth.
Third and fifth
Jupiter?
what?
Levels.
Levels, Jerry.
Is that... Well... Are you golems what we call aliens? Can you help us?
You are in Sindakut's castle.
Well, yeah, but we are on the planet Earth.
I'm sorry to say that your castle's been empty for a very long time.
Now belongs to, Duke, I think.
Sindakut built castle.
And it's really lovely.
But why haven't you been here for so long?
I arrive when necessary.
So,
For the books.
It became necessary recently.
I needed books.
Is it because of the fairies that call you golems?
No. I needed books.
To what end?
To
Recipes?
create new golem.
Golem out of books?
No.
So they're instructions?
Reference material.
Do you think you could teach these gentlemen how to read your books, given enough time? Is that something you'd be willing to do?
I do not
Would-
know you.
It would help our research immensely.
But I do not know you.
Hello. I am Jose, Flores de Oro. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ontuk
Sindakut.
Sindak. Uk.
Wasn't that also the name of what's through there?
He looks and says, you can come up with shorthand for my name.
Well, I don't know if I speak for all of us, but I'd certainly like to be friends and get to know each other.
Give him a nickname first.
I say we call him Sin.
That works.
Sin is acceptable. Easier for meat to understand.
That's an interesting choice of word that you use there.
It is equal to your being.
You eat us?
What?
I'm sorry, I was under the impression that meat implied food.
You are made of water and meat.
I can't really argue. I'm just intrigued by your choice of word. But you did only learn our language a few minutes ago?
He appears to have studied it in a written form and only needed to learn what the symbols are in sound.
He's clearly much smarter than any of us could ever hope to be.
And you said language, I would like to test that. Hello, ik ben Adrian. He will say to it.
Looks over and then looks down and holds up one of the books, the German and the other one, and like cocks his head a little bit.
Which one were it, though? Which one was it?
That was Dutch.
So which one do you point to one?
Actually, he'd probably be able to already tell because it's kind of the orthography is really similar.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. I forgot how close those two are. Yeah, he manages to say something back in Dutch. He'll say like, "Yes, I understand." But in Dutch,
The first part sounds the same in all the languages. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll quickly just sketch out the symbols on the whatever we're calling them, obelisks or whatever that we assume correspond with numbers, and I'll just straight up ask him, are these the numbers for our frequency?
ah, yes.
Cool.
Can you tell me what the numbers correspond to? Or how do I ask this?
He'll take
what
your
numbers
book.
are they?
He'll take your book.
Yeah.
If you're holding it out, and just next to each of the symbols, do a quick like tally mark, goes, and hand it back.
Does his math system, is it base 10?
Sounds like it was base 0.
Yeah, actually, he's correct.
AKA, it's just tally marks.
Yeah. Okay.
Communicating on the simplest method for us watery meat bags.
Yeah. So there's no way to get like a list of numbers because we'd need all of the numbers. Do you know what I mean?
0 to 9.
No, not if it's not. That only works if it's base 10.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of confused about what you're asking.
I want to know what his numerical system is so I can find it in the books easier.
Oh.
It sounds like he just told you by writing down the numbers next to the symbols.
That gives us the 7 for ours. But if it's base 0...
But he'll just kind of look and say, "I do not know you, so I will only teach you minimum required. Who do you serve?"
Not more of this.
No, yeah, no kidding. We don't serve the Seelie or the Unseelie. On our planet, they're just a myth, and we have only recently, in the last month or so, discovered this portal and have begun using it.
We are an international cooperation.
Ah, so you do not serve the controllers.
No.
No.
Although George is,
Are there more of these on Earth? More of these portals?
Of course.
To answer further questions, this is the first we have ever discovered. So anything through there, we do not know of.
Ah, I see. You are still very young.
We could use any information you could provide us.
As I said before, you are still... I do not know you, so I will only answer bare minimum of questions.
Who do you serve?
The controller?
No, we do not serve the controller.
Is there anything you could provide us to help us grow up older?
We shall check in on you to see how you are progressing. Seeing as you are in my castle, I will allow you to continue here for the time being, as long as I have free range to move in and out.
I don't have a problem with that, but I'm hardly in charge. Yeah.
I mean, I give it a preliminary yes myself.
Good. I would not want to kick you out.
Something tells me we would not want that either.
And you are always welcome to our world, but no, it is not particularly safe for meat such as yourself.
Do we need gas masks?
He was already there. He came back alive. I think it is not an immediate threat.
But
Yeah, but I would not have wanted to hang out there very long.
you could survive in the cave itself. It is ventilated, but inside the buildings, you would probably burn and die. So stay to the streets, unless you want a fiery and presumably painful death.
I just want to point at the smoke coming out of his exhaust and be like, what are you burning inside? Is it petrol? Coal?
I'm actually interested in that too.
I am burning a synthetic
Oops.
micro star. Have you invented fusion? Or he wouldn't even have that word. Have you invented Sir Boss?
There's a star inside you.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Step back.
We burn carbon.
Yes. Coal, oil, gas.
Ah, thank you.
Gunpowder.
So you use chemical reaction.
Sure, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
There is also mechanical energy. Watermills and dessert.
Ah, I see.
Windmills.
Well,
You know about those, wouldn't you?
that is very young.
Teach me, Daddy. Sorry.
Saying daddy there changes it.
Yep.
So, do you have an address that we could use to help ourselves grow? Eh?
Yes, what's the address of the school?
Frequency.
Ah. There are books in my library that could help you.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, but we still have that language barrier thing.
He holds his hand out to you again there, Gabriel.
Stupid magic.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I wish to have your writing book.
yeah. Okay. I'll give it to him.
The magic of a dictionary.
He flips it over and makes like 12 symbols in there and then tick marks them down and then hands them back to you.
And what will we find here?
No, these are the numbers.
Oh, so it's a base 12 system.
Or there's just 12 possible numbers for the frequencies.
No, because one of the numbers earlier was 35.
He looks and goes, this stacks upon this, points to the two, basically confirming in the most dumbed down, childish, talking to a simpleton kind of way to confirm it as a base 12 language.
Okay, I can work with this.
And I guess they just merge in a way that doesn't look like two separate symbols for numbers like 35.
Yeah, he'll spend like a couple minutes showing you how to combine the two.
Like if you didn't know, you'd think it was one symbol.
Yeah.
Combining them involves like interlacing the symbols somehow.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
Maybe
you.
Stroke order's important or something.
Once you've proven yourself to be older, I will consider teaching you the alphabet.
That's fair. I mean, we just put our biggest conflict ever behind us, and I'm sure there's nothing but sunny and good times on the horizon for the near future for mankind's progress.
You're half a year too late to say that.
Yeah, Germany's like mobilizing and doing shit right now.
Wait, is it?
It's
I thought it was like
1933.
1933. I didn't think stuff started getting crazy until 37.
Hitler was elected.
So the Bloody
Okay,
Monday or
so,
whatever it
yeah.
was happened.
There have been some not quite democratic things with his brown shirts, is the English.
It's kind of
Okay,
like USA
well-
2019.
Yeah!
Except Germany.
Prove to me that you, and points to the group overall, can be older, and we shall consider teaching more.
Okay. And thank you again.
You're welcome.
Point out a book with destinations that are relatively safe.
To be older is to risk between safety and risk. And difficulty.
He wants us to work for it.
An interesting philosophy.
Great things come with risk.
Well,
But when
As
you
soon
have
as
great
we can.
things, you also need great responsibility.
That is why we wish for you to grow older, more responsible.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. Your rice is excellent.
Well, great. I say we check out this frequency he gave us.
He didn't. He gave us his numbers. All of them.
Oh.
Go find a frequency now.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be in the library.
Nerd.
In the meantime, my frequency and my people have been told to welcome you, and now that I know your language, so shall they.
Wow. That's handy.
Are you interested in trade, perhaps? Is
With
there anything you require?
with someone so young, no. But
Are there any services we can offer?
for
Still
now,
filthy.
no. Thank you for your thought. I must be going. The new Golems production is well underway.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, if you shall excuse me, I must go.
Courtesy to him.
Alright. And he's just gonna vanish off the face of earth because he can't go upstairs yet! But he walks up the stairs and just boops through the portal, and then it closes a couple seconds behind him.
Who's baby now, bitch? Can't walk up no stairs.
One of the guards just looks over and at the other one and goes, "Holy shit!"
yeah, welcome to the last month of my life.
I can strafe using the touchpad on this laptop. But only if I get it right. There we go.
But yeah, feel free to talk among yourself, but otherwise, that's all I got for tonight.
I'm gonna read what he wrote.
I think
I think I'm about brained out.
I think Gabriel ran off to the library.
Yes. Because now I got a list of numbers, so I can at least look for the symbols that represent numbers in the books.
Share me that knowledge.
But
Yes. Well, they're written down here.
But with that, I think we're gonna call it an evening.
That is absolutely fine.
Yep.
So this was Fathom. With us tonight, we had. Let's start with Ev.
Hello, I was Jose, and it was a pleasure as always.
And then we had James.
Hey, y'all. I was Colton. It was a very talky session tonight.
Yeah, don't worry, things are gonna probably get more. This was part 2 of the part 1 season premiere.
Where was the inexplicable titties?
I think it does
Took
that
my
with
shirt off.
The SG1 season 1 premiere is weird.
Yeah, someone
took
took
my
a shirt
shirt
off. Yeah.
I took my shirt off to clean him.
Speaking of which,
Yep.
that was Luke.
Hey, I play Maxine Elizabeth Lancaster. I am immodest and an incorrigible flirt. But that will all become clear in due course, I believe.
Man, I thought you were just straight up lech.
No.
And we had Jared.
Damn.
Hey, I'm Jared. Played Adrian, and not the opportunity to survey stuff yet, because scary people with energy weapons.
Yep, indeed. And then last, right?
I think so.
We had Ringy.
Playing Gabriel the scientist, but I'm really looking forward to an opportunity to use a mortar.
You bought the thing, you might as well use it.
Oh, I'm gonna use it. If you don't give me an opportunity, I will make one.
Hey, I've got a Browning machine gun. You think I'm not excited to use that as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to keep all the enemies away from me while I'm ordering them.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
And
All right.
I was Terry, your GM, and we are the Cobalt Cafe. Catch us next week for Shards of the Void. Luke runs that one. It's awesome. I'm playing it. Everyone but Ringy is in that game.
It might be drawing to a conclusion, what with the apocalypse having begun.
Yeah, kind of happens. And you can catch us on line at thecobaltcafe.com and catch us on Twitter at Cobalt Cafe. And we will see you next week and in 2 weeks for this game. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.